mission, on mission. Trying to get it right. Transition. Changing the way that I see life. Transition mind. I'm on a mission. On a mission. Trying to get it right. I'm transitioning my life. Making a transition. Ooh, making a transition. Ooh, making a transition. Making a transition. Trying to mission, a mission. I'm on a mission. On a mission, I'm trying to get it right. Changing the way that I see life. Transitioning my life. On a mission. On a mission. On a mission.
So as I do all the time, I want to show this ICE situation from both sides of the coin. I know that there's a lot of like the MAGA that see it one way, and you have the left that's seeing it another way. So I'm not going to report it one side or the other. I report it on both sides, okay? I'm not either one. So when I really discuss this as ICE and the whole thing, it's not against Trump. It's not for one side or the other. It's mainly against the tactics that are being used with ICE. So welcome. This is DJ Genesis. This is Alchemizing Energy. And we are going to go into the current situation with the ICE raids and see how this is really going down. Let's go. So let's go. In the first interview, we're going to video. We're going to talk about how in this situation, there was a black shopper in Chicago. And I'm really focused on how ICE is inadvertently attacking U.S. citizens, people that have their documentation, and they're just running rickshot, And then I also want to talk about, okay, well, what are the dangers that ICE is also encountering, and like, what is the behind the scenes of the ICE? I was able to finally find a video that shows it from their perspective. So let's go into this first video where we talk about a black shopper in Chicago getting ran down by ICE. Let's go.
Get the f*** out of here! Get the f*** out of here!
He's American.
He's a citizen! He's a citizen!
Why are you running? Because you saw you like.
He's a citizen! He's a citizen!
So here's the thing. Now I'll be opening up the panel. People can come up, but even throughout the day when I do these conversations, my biggest issue is that there are citizens being caught up in this. Okay, and people will say to me that no, it's not no citizens, and they'll focus on no, there just shouldn't be no illegal immigrants. And then I had one person come up and say, well, if we need to be focused on the illegals, getting them out. But I'm like, but at what point do we not focus on the fact that regular citizens are being caught up in this and getting like bust down on this situation, just knocked out, whatever, chased down, thrown onto the ground, taken to a facility. So let's go. Let's watch the rest of this.
My brother-in-law!
Get away from me. You don't know what's going on, so get the back. Back up. Back up. Back up.
That's my brother-in-law.
Trump's mask Gestapo is.
So you see it. She's saying this is her brother-in-law. So he's shopping in the Walmart and he getting ran down. And she's like, no, he's a citizen. She's screaming. He's a citizen. You don't know what's going on, so get out of here. And then they're talking to her, get the fuck out. Even the police will tell you, just back up, back up, back up. But you see that the ICE agents, even when it comes down to even how they discuss and talk about things, it is how they say stuff. It is almost like on a level of like aggression that's even beyond how regular police act. This is the thing I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with ICE. I don't have a problem with the police force. I have a problem with the way that they are doing stuff is just very aggressive. And they are triggering a certain response from people. And you're going to see it later on. I'm about to show you. You're going to see how people are mobilizing. And the really interesting part is like a whole Twitter debate. People are really upset because the Black community is not joining them in this fight, joining the Hispanics. You know, when they're like doing their thing and running after and trying to like get the ICE agents, whatever, they're upset because of the fact that Black people are not joining in on this. But the more and more Black people get getting detained, we might have to like join in on this thing and say, well, hold on, man, make sure that this person is not an American citizen and they're not just doing whatever. So at some point, when this stuff starts to increase and you start to see more increasing American Black citizens just getting thrown to the ground, shopping at the Walmart or whatever, ICE running in the thing and just ramming after people, we're going to have to like kind of step in and say, okay, well, we might need to like say something too. But I think right now, the Black community is on hiatus. I don't know. I think that some of it is because, you know, people voted for the situation to happen and now it's happening. So we're not involved right now. But I think the more and more you start seeing this image of Black men being thrown to the ground, that people are saying he's a citizen and they're telling people to shut up and get back, and they're not trying to hear nothing more, that's where the issue is going to lie and where you're going to start seeing more people having to step up. And that's what I believe. Let's go.
Get the out of here! Get the out of here!
He's American.
He's a citizen! He's a citizen!
Why are you running?
He's a citizen! He's a citizen! That's my brother-in-law!
Get away from me! You don't know what's going on, so get the back! Back up! Back the up! Back up!
That's my brother-in-law.
Trump's masked Gestapo is in Chicago, as we all know, and now they're attacking Black citizens. Not now. They're attacking more Black citizens, as you saw them running through a Walgreens store where they feel they have free reign to run around and terrorize American citizens. So afterwards, after all the commotion happened, some folks just want to go back into Walgreens and maybe do some shopping that didn't see the horrific detainment and violent arrest of an American citizen on the ground there by these guys who ran through the store like that. Here's the aftermath.
This is crazy. I'm trying to get some dishwashing liquid. They saying it's closed due to ICE. Are y'all gonna open up soon? Y'all closed for the day, the whole day? Are y'all closed for the whole day? No. Oh, he said.
We're closed until further notice.
I'm saying it's closed for the whole
We
day.
don't know yet. Until what's going on with here with ICE. Don't you see what's going on with the east side?
I don't see what's going
Everything
on.
is bad. So we're closed for now. I don't know when we're gonna open again.
Oh wow! I can't. ICE here. I ain't even know it. Let me. They said they closed for ICE, ma'am. Walgreens. This is crazy. He said they closed for ICE for some stuff going on. I don't know. Let me get my ass home.
Store closed up. Maybe other stores are having to close as they see terrorists running through the streets with guns out, attacking random citizens that are, patronizing their stores. And maybe more people will have to have more inconvenience in just going to the store to get her dishwashing liquid that she wanted. I keep hearing how Donald Trump is saying that every time that there's these militarized police forces in American cities, that folks are now free to go to the store, go to the movies, have nice dinners. It's weird how businesses close around these surrounding areas because they want anything to do with all the violence that's being committed in their establishments. It's almost like he's a liar. It's almost like everything he says is a lie. I went looking for how this whole thing went down. What is it they figured they would charge this young guy with? Haven't found much of it yet, but I did see a little bit about where this happened. It was in Chicago, as some folks point out, at this particular Walgreens. But I think a couple blocks away, this is what was connected to it. This is someone's Ring doorbell cam, so there's no sound here. But there was reports of a white SUV that folks said was the ICE SUV ramming through and slamming this red van or small car crossover here as well. And this apparently is what kind of triggered everything that was happening. As I said, there's no sound. Look at the T-bone accident that happened. The white SUV guys jump straight out. Someone literally is falling out of their red car and then runs off. Maybe they were some of the guys that they didn't jumped on into this Walgreens. Who knows? But one, I guess, ICE agent was screaming at bystanders to get the F back because you don't know what's going on. Hey, how about you tell people what's going on? Because we've been seeing you run through the streets and illegally detain people and arrest them just as he was doing right then. So again, a couple blocks away from that same scene where that young guy was slammed in the middle of the street and arrested, that American citizen, by this Gestapo, some folks finally decided to respond. It's exactly what Donald Trump and this administration want, and this is what they got.
Okay, so when people say that this is fear mongering, it's like, bro, what is fear mongering? This is the footage that is going on in this neighborhood. So it's like, no one is fear mongering. This is live footage of what is the aftermath of these incidents. Okay, so the way the incidents are going down is that they're going down in a really crazy way, and then you have people kind of going over there and beginning to protest. And now you have a whole clusterfuck of bullshit going on. And that's the thing. It's like, is this what we really want? Is this what the point of it is? Welcome, Reverend Green. Welcome,
Sister DJ Genesis. I was wondering if you could go back to the very beginning of the store.
Sure.
Thank you, sis. Where the young man was tackled to the ground. Yeah, right there.
Out of here!
Just before he gets out the door, there's two YCs who escape.
Say it again.
Just as he's tackled by the officer, there's two YCs that get away and escape.
What is a YC? What is a YC?
You know what a YN, right, is, correct?
Okay, so what, a young Caucasian? All right, so let's see where you see this at. Okay, so they're running through the place.
So you might not have the right clip too, but yeah, you should go to the New York Times, New York Post. They show the best view of this.
Yeah, so I just saw this and just saw the I just saw the
yeah, you're not seeing a real lot. You're not seeing a whole. You're seeing a whole different version of it. Yeah, you're not seeing it from the front of the store being shot. You know what I mean? Like, you're not seeing it from the other angle. You're seeing it from when they're coming out of the store. Yeah, man. When you see that part right there, it's going to make you think something. You'll see two YCs get away with it.
So what exactly
They
happened?
run right after behind him, and they get away with it, and they go to the right.
Okay, so in that situation, so what they ran into the store and did something, and then he got
Exactly. So I'm trying to like if you it's see you're watching Democratic left leaning stuff. You're watching the Young Turks. You feel me? You're not. You're not. You're seeing things in fragmentations versus seeing things in a whole. You say you want to be seeing things on both ends, and you don't take any sides, but you steadily pick liberal, left leaning, super left leaning, radical.
well, that might be
Democrat.
just what's on my timeline. Maybe my timeline is
Well, like I said, if you go to like the New York Post, and they're pretty, they're pretty liberal as well. They funny as well. But if they play games how they wanted to report, but um, they're more I guess credible tabloid sources. They've been around, so I'm just saying that's a big problem because all your sources are always CNN, MSNBC, political, uh, the Young Turks. That's what people are getting at.
well, you know what? I would say this is that I mean, why don't you send me information from the other side? Because what I'm getting is this.
Gotcha.
So
I'm not shitting on you, but
I don't.
I just had to pay attention to.
Maybe your time is playing that into things. This is what I'm seeing on my timeline. I don't know why.
No, it's not even about the timeline. You can always type up right there on YouTube, New York Post, the New York Post version of that. There's a YouTube short of it from the New York Post, and it was you see where that door is right behind them.
Mm-hmm.
There would be two YCs that escape, and they're carrying things. See, this is all a shoplifting case. See what I mean? That blows people's minds right there. Oh shit!
So why is also ICE involved in this shoplifting case?
Because see, it's like this.
So is ICE now becoming the police? Like, what is that's the issue we're having?
So I want to be very clear on that. And I mentioned this last episode. And that's a great question. Police are being deputized by ICE too. A matter of fact, U.S. Postal Service is also deputized by ICE. You can get your extra. It's just like if you're a kickboxer, but right now, if you're in law enforcement and you're just a kickboxer, right now you can get deputized as a jujitsu artist by ICE. So you can do both. You could be a police officer who now can take these suspects to ICE headquarters. You can be deputized like that.
Okay. Well, all right. So
Hopefully you get what I just said.
I don't
Don't
understand
shut that off.
to be deputized by ICE. Well, why don't you explain that further? I don't get it. Let's go.
Okay. A police officer can now be deputized by ICE. Now you one of us now. You can do both. A U.S. Postal Serviceman, guess what? You can now be deputized by ICE. Now you're a USPS ICE agent. You're not. Did you hear what I said now?
Right. So any person that's working for the government in those different capacities could also be working for ICE as well.
Right. That's
Okay.
Homeland Security right there.
Okay.
He ain't even ICE.
Well, I think he went into a thing. So the main thing that gets into
That boy stole. That boy was caught stealing, but his YC homeboys went down. Oh, they got away with it.
so the police can get deputized by ICE,
Mhm.
and so now you have ICE. Can the ICE get deputized by police? Because they become police officers now?
It's who has the upper hand? ICE does. All right. It's like, okay, I'm a security guard, right? I'm a security guard working in a hospital. However, ICE approached me and they deputized me also as ICE. This is what's going on. You just not seeing it yet.
So let's go into the actual protests that are happening.
Police officers on steroids, courtesy of ICE.
Okay, so all right, that's cool. So here's the thing. So we're just saying, just for the sake of illegal immigrants, this needs to happen. But at what point? So I would not. I don't want an even more aggressive police force. ICE is very aggressive. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? It's aggressive enough how police. But then you're going to have that whole ICE thing going on. That's even more aggressive of a police force. And so now it's like, shut up, get back, and blah, blah. It's like, oh my God, that's even like, at least the police get back. But it's not like, shut the fuck up, bitch, get your ass back. It's not like that. But now, because the police are deputized by ICE, now they get to like change their whole, cover their whole face up, talk to you any old kind of way, where before it was qualified immunity and everything. So now the police officer is a combination of ICE and police. And now, do ICE have qualified immunity, or can they just cover their face up, take their badge number off, and now they don't have to? You can't ask them for the sergeant. You can't ask them for the other things that you can ask them for in any other situation. That's the part that's scary.
It's a great question right there. The militarization of our law enforcement to the maximizing point.
Now, I'm not really up here like the Trump, like making Trump the thing of it all, because at this point this task force is beginning to act on its own and become its own thing. Now, Trump might have initially started it, but now it's operating on its own at this point. When they go into these places, I don't think that Trump is like calling them up and say, "Hey, do it like this, do it like that." Now they're doing it on their own and how they're going to do it, right? So now, yeah. So at this point, this is becoming its own monster. So I'm not even blaming Trump for this. Now it's become they are their own monster. So let's like not only make it about Trump, let's also make it about just focus on ICE and how they are
also
going about.
I like to say I agree with what you're saying, and also if I was 25 years younger, man, if I was a 15-year-old right now, I would be thinking about, and if I had liberal parents, I'd emancipate myself and deputize myself as ICE. On God, I'd be ICE agent. If there's a young 15-year-old right now, I'm pretty sure they're thinking about, man, I'm getting away from my liberal parents. To hell with them. I'm gonna become ICE.
I don't think that's the best side to be on, because this is becoming a battle between the government versus the people, and so this is like what it sounds like to me. They're trying to start a civil war. They want it to be ICE and whatever this task force, whatever they're putting together, against the citizens. And we have been able to stay out of it for so long, but I'm not sure how long we're going to stay out of it. And I'm going to show you some other different things. I'm actually going to get into a person that actually shows it from both sides. So I'm not only going on the Young Turks and finding stuff. I know that my timeline mainly shows that. So maybe it's a biased opinion. But when I see this, it concerns me. So let's go into this So after this whole thing happened, after they like T-boned the guy and whatever, he jumped out the car. Now you have this happen. Now, at first we were saying this is only happening in the hood. All I see is single family homes in the background now. So this is not just only happening in the hood. This is happening in areas with single family homes. It's not happening in the projects. That's a pretty nice size. That's probably like at least a $250,000 home in the background. So this is a neighborhood.
Get back!
Also, there's under 300,000 black people living in Chicago.
Well, I'm about to show like how
out of 3 million.
Yeah, I'm fixing to show how the whole thing goes down with the raids. As a matter of fact, I'll just jump to that right now because I don't want to seem like I'm being biased. I just want to report what's going on and just share my opinion on how I think it's going on, whether it might not be I don't know if it's the best way how things are being done, and
he deputized too, Nick Shirley.
Let's go.
All right, we're gonna go make an arrest right now. They have a guy right here. Here we go. We're being deported now. It's been a wild few weeks here in America, and now I'm in Chicago. In Chicago, it already erupted last week, and the eruption continues. Right now, I'm outside of ICE Detention Facility Center. Just the other day, ICE had to shoot at one of the protesters because they were armed as well, and their life was at threat. They barricaded a car, and Chicago PD stood down and did not go in support of the ICE agents. So things are getting crazy here inside Chicago. I will also be doing a ride along with ICE in this same video showing both sides from the protesters and the ICE agents. Who knows what's gonna happen. We got somebody underneath arrest right here. They just stepped over the boundary and now they have been arrested. And these people right here are the Cook County Sheriff Police. This is not the National Guard here. This is the Cook County Chicago Police.
All right, so people think it's the National Guard, but it's actually the Cook County Police that are doing most of the work here. And I do definitely want to give a shout out to Nick Shirley, I think his name is, who actually is supplying this footage here. This is for this is just for review purposes only. I'm not trying to steal your content. I'm just trying to report on it and discuss it for
pro-Trump
educational purpose. Okay,
pro-Trump and
we don't have to go. Listen, this is not about MAGA or Trump. This is not about that. This is about. I want to focus on ICE and the protests, not about Trump, because I don't want anyone to ever.
I got you, but I want to be clear that this is how come he's able to. That's why he's able to show both sides. He's not doing this liberal thing and trying to fearmonger.
Well, I'm not doing.
What I'm trying to explain. That's why Nick Shirley.
Me talking about this is not me trying to be a liberal and fearmonger. If you show a video clip and then people are screaming and hollering, it's a video clip of people in the situation screaming and hollering. That's not fearmongering. That is showing the footage of what's happening. People are screaming and hollering. They're fighting. They're going through this. They're going through that. That's not fucking fear mongering. We got to get out of this. That every time somebody shows what's really going on, that is inciting fear. Well, honey, it's a fearful situation. I would be very afraid if I walked outside my door and saw any of this going on. So that's what's happening.
Just bro. Pointing out.
But we gotta. All that fear mongering. People say woke. The woke with wokeism. Fear mongering is the next tag word for people. Fear mongering. No, this is what's happening. Let's stop with
Mrs. DJ Genesis, I want to point out that Nick Shirley is anti-illegal immigrants to the utmost.
Okay.
Be certain. All right.
Okay. So that's not. This is not. This is not what this conversation is about.
But he's able to engage both sides very well. He's not shook.
Listen, what I'm trying to explain is that this particular platform is not anti-Trump or pro-blue or nothing. Red or blue, MAGA versus the liberals. This is not what this is about. I'm only focusing on ICE and the protests, okay? So I don't give a fuck about the illegal immigrants and what they got going on. I'm talking about the actual how things are being done, okay? So shouts out to him for being pro-Trump and anti-illegal immigrant. Shouts out to him. That is not what this is about. I am reporting about how things are going and how things are being executed in this situation. You understand what I'm saying? So great to like make that be a point.
I'm glad you understand that.
No, I want you to understand that because you keep saying it every time I do a show.
Fine. I'm fine.
Every time I do a show, you make it about illegal immigrants and Trump, and that's not
because this is what it's about right now. It's about illegal immigrants.
No, at this
there would
point,
be ICE would not be in business right now if there wasn't illegal immigrants.
Okay, well we're past that now. At this point, we're past.
No, we're not. We're not.
This past is just illegal immigrants because this is not. This is just about.
This is about illegal immigration.
Okay. All right. So bottom line is that I'm focusing on the actual protest about illegal immigration. That does not mean I'm for illegal immigration. That just means I'm covering how they are handling the protests. I'm not on any one side here. I'm on the this is what's going on. Is this
I'm on America's side, just like
is this the right way to go? Listen, you don't have to interrupt me. Is this the way that we go about things? Okay. Now, whether you are pro illegal immigrant or against illegal immigrant or for it, I'm just saying I'm covering how they are going about it, and should it be like this? You know what I'm saying? Should it be this brutal? Should it be like this hardcore? Shut the F up. Should we have people rickshawed, covered up, masked up? Like
yes.
Okay.
Just like how you tell me to shut the fuck up. Yes.
You say yes. I say I don't think this is the best way. Okay. So we both have our polarized opinions, and that's probably what makes it interesting for people to be able to watch. Okay. And for anyone telling me to shut the F up will be deleted or put into you're in timeout, sir. You shut the fuck up. Now you're gonna shut the fuck up. Whoever was in the audience, 69, a lot, whatever this person is, which is probably
stop it yourself.
Listen, Reverend, I bring you up here. I let you speak your side of the Trump thing, the MAGA side. I speak the side that's down the center.
I'm not MAGA.
Shut up. Listen. I don't
No, I won't shut up.
Listen, I don't need you to goddamn every time I say something have something to say. I was addressing someone in the audience, not you. So let me deal with my audience, how I'm gonna deal with them, bro. Stop it. All right, let's go back.
I'm not gonna. You're not gonna.
No, listen. I'm about to go to the video. This is not about you. You want to make it about you. This is about what I'm trying to talk about.
Go play the video.
Oh, well, listen. Don't listen. Okay, I'm gonna play the video, bro.
Rethink your life.
I can see you're very passionate about this cause that you guys are out here fighting for. What's your message to the Cook County police officers here today?
That the Illinoisans are being kidnapped by ICE daily and put in that detention facility in unsafe, unhealthy conditions. And these guys are more concerned with us peacefully protesting in support of our fellow Illinoisans than they are concerned about freeing fellow Illinoisans from kidnapping.
The big controversy here was initially the National Guard was going to be here, and now it's the Cook County Sheriff Police that are out here. Do you still have hatred towards them as well?
I think they're more professional than ICE, and they must feel embarrassed by ICE. But if they're standing against us and not against ICE, then they're not with us, and I don't support them.
Some people are comparing ICE and the feds, and now they're calling Cook County as well, the Sheriff Police. They're referring to them as the Gestapo. Do you think that's a fair?
I think that's absolutely a fair comparison, because what did the Gestapo do that was so terrible? They hauled people off without due process. What is ICE doing? That exact same thing. You could make an argument that the more local law enforcement is not that, and sure, they even if they're not taking part in the actual hauling off of people, they're actively facilitating the taking of people that have been kidnapped and moving them somewhere else. So they're participating, even if they're not officially part of ICE, they are participating in that process of disappearing people. So I'd say that a comparison of them to the Gestapo is perfectly valid at this point. Yes.
What did you think when Kristi Noem came here?
I think it was just a photo op for, Ice Barbie. And I don't, if she had to go to the bathroom, she could have gone to the detention center. Or the facility's so bad there that Ice Barbie can't go there. I don't know.
Who's the Ice Barbie?
Kristi Noem, the dog killer. She's like Trump's cabinet official that's above ICE. People call her Ice Barbie online.
And what should they do with the illegal migrants that did come over the border illegally?
This isn't about illegal migrants. They're arresting and detaining U.S. citizens who happen to be brown, people who are driving while brown. They're arresting people who are in the process of getting citizenship or asylum. They go to citizenship hearings and steal people before they become citizens.
That is the part that I have an issue with. It's not about the illegal immigrants. That is the part where I'm like, okay, that is where it gets murky. And also when they begin to also attack Black Americans as a collateral damage of that whole thing. And they could be Haitian, they could be Caribbean, they could be anything. Well, hell, anybody could be whatever.
Yep.
That is the part that I have an issue with. Okay, that he said exactly what my point was. This is not about illegal immigration. My concern is not about illegal immigration. My concern is that American citizens are being dragged into this and they have nothing to do with it. And then they're getting inconvenienced. That is where I keep saying that, and no matter what I say, people want to continue to just focus on illegal immigration.
It's about kidnapping brown people. There's 70 or 80% of the people they've picked up are either citizens or legal residents. This is not about illegal immigration at all. That's a red herring.
So what's your message to the ICE agents here?
Lick my balls, get the fuck off my lands. Think about what the fuck you're doing. This is colonization in real time. You're seeing colonization in real time. They're colonizing Gaza. They're colonizing here, Chicago. It's just a continuation of a colonization. At the end of the day, that's all it is.
Who do you think this land belongs to?
It belongs to the Potawatomi, the Miami, the Illinois, the Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe, and any peaceful people that could come here and get along with anybody, you're welcome. But if you don't like my people, get the f*** on. The Atlantic Ocean is that way. Y'all came over here and invaded peaceful lands, and you're still here, and you're in my front yard, and you're in my backyard, complaining and crying about me. You came to my neighborhood, dude. Check yourself.
So if any deals...
What is up with I don't know about the masks and all this weird behavior with the masks and stuff like that. I mean, I get it, because if they're going to wear their mask, honey, I guess you put on the zombie mask. I don't know. I think that's where it gets weird at. Is, when people are doing that rhetoric and
Have
stuff.
you ever heard of warfare? This is what happens. Come on, sis. Let's stop it.
Let's stop what?
There's a war going on outside that no one's safe from.
Right.
Right.
And you're on that side. I'm saying I'm not taking
Mask up.
Well, I'm not gonna mask up and take no side because I'm not on their side.
If you out there in the streets,
sir, you want to
like
take
them, are you
wanna,
out there in the streets like them? Are you gonna mask up like
they are
them?
they are in a.
Or are you gonna be showing your face? If you're out there protesting like them, are you gonna mask up or show your face? There's a war going on outside that no one's safe from, but they injected themselves on their side of what they want against them, the United States of America. They stand with Antifa. They're masked up. Now, the law enforcement and people, American citizens who really love America, and we decide to go out there, we should also have our mask on too. That's just the way it is. He got the Leatherface mask. Yes.
That's what that is. Okay. All right. Well, shouts out to him. That's a Leatherface. I didn't know what that was.
Were made in the past, for instance, like the deal Mexico made with the United States when the United States bought Mexico. Should
I
those
want them
rules
to
be
honor the
changed?
treaties, bro. They never honored no treaties. All of their fucking doctrines are garbage. They lie, steal, pillage. They never honored no treaties.
I see you have this Antifa flag here. Are you worried about supporting Antifa now that they're declared a terrorist organization here?
There's a lot of misconceptions about Antifa. It's not an organization. You know, the best way I can say is Antifa is a group of people that's standing up to do what's right.
How do you feel about this?
Now this is where I have a problem at. We doing like a protest, but we playing celebration in the background. See, this is why I don't take no side, because I'm like, okay, on one end, you got people that's trying to fight, but then you're gonna play like celebration and playing and playing bongos in the background. Ain't no bongos for what? Why we got bongos in the back? Why is this like a kind of like campy thing too? Either if you really serious, you should be playing some war songs on this. You really want to do some war shit. You can't be playing fucking Kool in the Gang celebration in the background. You really want to get into it? Play some fight music or something like that. Let's really do a DMX or something. God damn it! You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm an Antifa. That is where it gets stupid at. You know,
I can tell you what a lot of that's about too.
I'm not on either side, and I can show you on both sides where it gets stupid at. On our side, or not our side, but on the side of people that are like trying to fight against ICE or whatever, they're playing celebration and this stupid ass shit. But then on the other side, they ain't playing. They're not playing. You don't hear ICE coming in playing celebration in the background. They're not playing damn music. They ain't playing whatever bongos and congas and whatever the hell. You know, when they coming in, guns blazing, ready to go. Shut the F up. So why in the hell are we celebrating in the background?
All right, bonus lesson. I can answer that.
Go ahead. Why do you have to interrupt?
They're playing that song because of the copyrights. So when people are being interviewed or trying to record certain things, they can't just it makes it less easy to just upload it to Instagram where it can mute copyrighted music and stuff like that in the background.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about the evolution is not.
So that's why I'm just. So you can say you don't give a who gives a fuck. That's
will not be televised.
That's why they're doing it. That's why they are doing it.
So bump that, all that music and everything. Bump that. You know what I'm saying? Who cares whether it's people are
okay? You asked though. You asked.
Yeah, I did, and so I'm saying like bump all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares who's covering it? Let them cover it. Why would you do that? Like, first of all, bump all that music. If you're really serious about the revolution, be serious about the revolution. Bump all that Congo playing and singing songs and all that chanting and everything.
You should go out there then.
I'm not fixing to go out and do a goddamn thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a single mother over here with my 2 kids. I'll wait for it. If it come in my neighborhood, I'll deal with it then.
Right.
Exactly.
Smart, wise.
Right. You're not out there. You just
shout out to America.
If you were 15 and If you was this and that, you had to come up with all that excuse for why your behind ain't out there. Why the hell you gonna tell me to go out there as a woman? Shut up now, bro. What are you talking about? Anyways, let's get back to this video. Whatever.
I support the deportation of illegal migrants, but
Who's illegal?
I would say anyone who came over the border illegally.
Yeah, but what does that even mean? If you had an illegal asylum claim and now you're in jail or deported, what is legal? That changes at any moment. You could be considered illegal.
I couldn't.
How not?
Because I was born here.
How can you prove that?
I have a birth certificate.
What if you lose that?
If I lose it, then I'll have to go get another one.
What if they don't give you one?
And I'll be.
And what if you are deemed illegal?
If I were deemed illegal, well, it wouldn't really happen because I was born
How
here.
could that not? Why?
Because I was born here.
How is anyone going to believe that if they decide that you're illegal?
There's a lot of evidence that I was born here, so I'm not too worried about that. But the deportation of someone who came over the border illegally, and that's a criminal, I do support.
Who's a criminal?
First of all, here's the thing. So he just made an argument that it could never happen to him, and then that's the part that people get mistaken. Is we seen the video the other day where a guy had his paperwork and still got detained. So let's not just be blind.
Yeah, that was fake.
Okay, it might have been okay. Let's say it's fake. So no one is getting detained. If they got their paperwork, no one is getting detained, even though the judge had to rule on that, and we saw that too. So I guess the judge's ruling was fake. Everything is fake except for this ICE is just 100% right, and they're not doing anything wrong. And let's just kiss their ass all the way through. Bullshit, bro. Just because of it's about illegal, people could not be so blind and so like blindly following. And you know what? It was somebody that said, I think it was Baba Obanjokos that said that, you know what, we could never fight and try to fight the government because you know what, the black people will be the main ones that will get up armed.
We're not even involved with
right
it.
along against us.
We're not even involved.
If we try to jump in, honey, we'd have people just jumping right on the other side.
This doesn't even involve us. We don't even care.
Well, it's what we should care to a certain extent.
No, we shouldn't.
Listen. It does. It can involve us because they can't listen on face value. They can't tell a Caribbean from an African from a whatever.
Fear mongering. Yes, they can.
And it's not fear mongering. How can they tell? Give me the description of a Caribbean. Tell me what a Caribbean black person looks like. Give me the exact description.
They not like us. Period.
That's not a description.
They need to be in the Caribbean.
That's not a description. A Caribbean
could be. What are you talking about? A Caribbean doesn't have to look like us. What are you talking about? That's so facetious.
Man, you know what's so facetious is that you don't think that.
Yeah, I'm an American. I'm proud.
Okay, you're American. You're proud. That does not mean that you can't.
I'm not a Caribbean.
You can't get rounded up just like everybody else. That is not saying that. You just rambling about being okay. Shouts out to you for being American. That do not mean even this white guy right here can get rounded up, bro. He's an American. Let's not be stupid, bro. I can't stand when you just be just like interrupting, just repeating stupid shit when you don't see that anyone can get rounded up in this situation. You don't know him from anybody else. When you rounding people up, you don't know you sorting it out later on, bro. Stop it. Let me just finish this video because you just want to irritate the shit out of me. Let's go.
Being at this protest, I went and met up with ICE to see how a deportation works and go along with the ride-along.
Okay. Sounds good.
You listen, you voted for it does not mean that it's being executed correctly.
Common sense error is back.
Wow. Yes.
With all the time.
So now I'm going in. So now we're gonna go show you guys another inside look as to what's going on. I figured it'll be good for both sides to see what's happening, for them and for the people that are in support of what's going on. Now they're yelling at me for going inside the building, but this is gonna show more and more transparency for both sides, regardless whether you support ICE or don't support ICE. Now,
you know, there's a reason why I like this guy.
Most of your people who are watching right now, they support.
Let me just say that the reason why I like this particular guy is because he is pro MAGA, but he's not delusional. He's showing both sides. I don't get how black people or so-called FBA people or whatever you want to call yourself can be such butt kissers that even this white guy who is way more, I guess, in a better situation than most of us, you know, is able to like sit in an ICE van and see the whole situation from both sides, interview both sides of the fence, listen to them, talk to them, give them their side, and just let it be. It does not have to be an argument. It's just a matter of, okay, that's what they say, and this is what's happening over here, and that's it. It does not have to be a thing where it's like, no, that's fake over there, and this is real over here. We cannot be delusional at the same point. Okay? Now, most of the audience here is probably Trump supporters, but I'm just saying is that I would prefer that a person like this tell the news and be out there on the field showing both sides than only just being one-sided and not actually listening to both sides of the story and showing both sides. I appreciate this guy, MAGA, Trump or not. And I want it to be clear, I am not on either side. I'm for what's right.
Speak yourself.
And so
I go meet with some federal law enforcement to talk about the ICE ride-along. But before I go on the ride-along, I want to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip. What used to just be an AI clipper has now become, and my favorite thing about Opus is how easy they make it to transform your content. Right here, they have a Russian man that they found this morning as they're going out. Was found to be illegal here, and now he's going to be deported. They're chaining him up, and then transportation will come and get him in just a moment. And he was from Russia?
He is from Russia, correct.
He's been here how long illegally?
He's been here about 2 years or so.
That's weird. I would not think the first people we were going to find today was going to be a Russian.
Oh, you know what? They come in all colors.
And Vladimir's going to go take him back.
They come in all colors, okay? So that means that they can like pull over a white person, a black person, Hispanic person, Caribbean person, and they'll figure it out as they go. Let's go.
Probably will.
What neighborhood are we in now?
This is in Elgin. There's a complex called the Marbury Apartments over here. In our immigration databases, there are a lot of people who are wanted by ICE in this location. And it's difficult to infiltrate this neighborhood just due to the fact that there's a lot of folks, as I said, who's wanted. But at the same time, they have scouts. They have people on the lookout for any type of vehicles that might be associated with ICE. And obviously, some of our vehicles, some are tenants, some are not tenants. So we had to come up with creative ways to try to infiltrate what I call it the hornet's nest.
Out of all the places you've been to, while you get these deportations have been going on, how would you say Chicago is as far as it being harder to go through and find these people with how many people are putting out notices of ICE in the areas?
I think it's hard, both Chicago, sanctuary cities or sanctuary states and cities, such as California and Chicago. It ranks, they're sort of neck and neck, but I'll just give the edge to Chicago, just due to the fact that we're dealing with the threat levels of the gangs and just the bounties that's wanted, and just the threat level of now people are putting Apple tags and government rides. So I think
people are putting like Apple tags on your guys' vehicles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And how much are some of these bounties they're putting out for you guys?
There was a bounty for the BP officer, Greg, who was overseeing the BP operations, and it was like $10,000. It was $10,000.
And is that to kill you guys or just to get you guys hostage?
Both. I think one was $10,000, the other one was $2,000. So just the threat level, I think, in Chicago is a little bit worse than that when it comes to like Los Angeles.
And right now, what are we specifically looking for as we are driving around?
Right now, we are inside this plaza called Elgin. So we have a lot of targets that frequent this area. So a lot of times what we'll do, we'll have methods to go about trying to apprehend our target locations. in regards to this plaza.
And here inside Chicago, they have set up Instagram pages and Facebook pages letting people know inside the communities that ICE is there, making it harder for ICE to do their jobs. And ICE had a targeted subject outside of this grocery store. And while we were waiting for him to leave the grocery store, we were surrounded by a group of vehicles from one of these groups who eventually started protesting inside of the parking lot. You can hear vague honking in the background, as that's a sign in one of their tactics to let everybody know around the plaza and in the grocery store that ICE is out. Look, right now, here you have some.
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna say this, Reverend Greenback. Listen, you cannot be on my channel and also be an enemy of my channel. You can't be hoping that I get flagged, but then still be up here on my channel. What are you doing here? You need to like chill out. I let you get your speech out, but here's the thing. Is that when you start interrupting me and talking over me, that's when you get sent to the back. It's not about, if you allow me to make my point, and when I land my plane, I will allow you to like say your point and land your plane. That's all I'm asking. But I think that no, you don't. Sometimes you interrupt me and talk over me, and that's why I end up putting you to the back. And then what you'll do is
you think I'm in the comment section? I'm right here as Reverend Green.
You're also AI MedSpa. I just put you in timeout. You are so. I know you have 2 accounts. You're Reverend Greenback, and you're also AI MedSpa, and you're also Midcap Newcastle or whatever. So you can't be in the comments saying shit like that, and then be still on the panel. Cut that bullshit out. Stop it.
I assure you, I'm not in the comments.
You just got fucking what you called put it in timeout. Don't keep doing that bullshit.
I want to assure you another thing too, Mrs. Genesis.
Your comment when I'm talking.
I want to assure you
my channel. Thing. Don't disrespect me and talk over me.
I want to assure you another thing, Mrs.
I will
Genesis.
allow you to. You'll be able to give a long speech about this thing because I know a lot of the audience is also agreeing with you, and I will allow you to say your piece.
Would you like your channel to be taken down? Period. You don't think that can happen?
Well, if you know,
I'm just going to ask you: do you think someone like me, who's in the comment section, who's advocating for that, do you think that person couldn't influence others to take down your channel?
They could. That's why I don't
like. Quit playing around. Quit playing around and go play the videos.
Listen, let me tell you something. I was playing the video while the person said that bullshit.
Quit playing around and play the video, please.
Don't talk to me like that.
Would you like this channel to be defunded?
But so do you want to like, so is this like a threat? Like, what are we doing here?
No, because you keep on insinuating that I'm trying to do something.
No, because I know that that's your account.
That's not me. You keep thinking it's me. It's not. And I'm telling you this. So what's it going to be? Because I can't pretend.
Yeah, it's some but I don't get why he would even say, "Do you want your account to be taken down?" Well, keep on playing the video. Like he's trying to tell me what are we doing here, bro?
Which one you want it?
Don't talk to me like that, sir.
Please play the video.
Listen, I've been playing the video, but I just want to let you know, don't do that. Don't troll in the comments and then be on the thing with me at the same time.
Live chat, stand down. Live chat, stand down.
Warning.
Trying to
live chat, stand down.
In the ICE vehicle, they even have
kids
holding out signs. They have the Mexican flags outside the windows, and they have kids holding signs back there. In a way, these guys are hindering a law enforcement investigation. Is this something somebody could be arrested for?
We're still waiting for guidance to come down in regard to this type of activity. So hopefully we'll know more here in the future as this type of activity keep on going on across the country.
And while we were waiting, other ICE agents had identified a vehicle with 5 illegal migrants, and watch what happened when they go to try and make the arrest.
All right, go ahead. We'll take it down. Come on, let's take it down.
Look, now you have all the protesters coming. He's right there.
I just want to say this. I want to give a shout out to the protesters for being organized enough to be able to pull this off. Because they're on foot. Okay, now the people, they was able to rally up enough people on foot that was running like zombies, like Resident Evil, toward the target. I'm like, what the hell? When I saw this, I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed. Like, I was like, damn, these people are organized. You know what I'm saying? They somehow find out where this Iceman is, and honey, people come running. So I'm gonna say that this is very impressive how they pulled this off. A few people came, they put the thing in there, everybody ran. Man, I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. So shouts out to whoever is organizing this that got everybody running like that. That's I've never seen nothing like this in my life. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Get the out!
Like all the protesters showed up.
Whoa. That was impressive. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say. That whole movement that this happened, that y'all just saw, was impressive as fuck.
Shout out to USA and shout out to the ICE agents.
To the ICE agents in the USA. But people on foot, like all they did was listen. They pulled up, ran after somebody. Honey, people came on foot so tough. That was impressive. Now I'm not so shouts out to the ICE agents. They're in trucks and in vans. But for them to be able to chase them away like that, that was crazy to me. I'm like, whoa, that's organization there. Listen, black people, you know what I'm saying? We need to like take a lesson.
No, we don't need to be in there at all.
No, I'm not saying to go to join it. I'm saying that organization that they did that. If we ever need to do something, we need to like take a lesson out because that was very impressive how they did that.
Not at all.
Listen. Stop it. I'm talking. I'm saying the organization of that military, like when you think about a military operation, these people are on foot. They don't have a car. They only had a few cars pull up, and somehow almost 100 people ran up in 5 seconds and was able to chase them away that quickly. And they're in.
I'm not impressed.
I'm impressed by that. To me, I ain't seen that many people that was able to just organize like that and come together. I mean, except for like when Antifa was doing their thing, that was pretty impressive. Because I mean, within 5 seconds, you had over like 50 people just be able to come into that area and just flood it, and then they had to jump in their cars and pull off. To me,
shout out to Rockers 616. I believe you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Wherever you are.
Jeez.
Man, they jumped in their car.
There they are. Those two right there. Those two right there.
They're gonna get their suspect.
That kid right there. That kid. You got him right there.
That's illegal.
That lady hit our car, so if we had like more people, she would have got arrested.
Really? Yeah.
But it's only
multiple people hit the car. All the people jumped out of the car. They all started running. 5 different people, 5 different ways. They didn't catch any of them, and they're running right now. And right now, we got a bunch of people following us. We didn't get the guys, but we did get their car keys.
Yes, sir. That's what we did get.
Well,
so they won't be able to get back in their car.
Yes, and either we'll try to get it to Elgin Police Department to notify them. We'll take it from there.
And how often does that happen when you guys hop out on somebody? Then they all.
Regardless, ICE was successful, right? They still got the car keys. So the person ain't gonna be able to drive, all this other stuff. Like I said, I'm a report on it like as it's happening, right? So I'm not just going to be a butt kisser and say, "Oh, just be a drone out here." They were successful in being able to do what they had to do. They didn't. I don't know if they got the person. I don't think they got the person. However, organization of the protesters was tough because they not in cars. There's a few people in cars. The rest are on foot. That's crazy to me. Like, bro,
I would like to point out something about Antifa as well.
That's not Antifa.
I spoke about
Mexican people.
I'd like to point out something about Antifa as well, who are out there causing all this. I like to point out that I pointed out earlier about how police officers are being deputized by ICE and such. Your mailman can be deputized by ICE. Well, your school teacher, your mayor, your senator, your alderman, your state representative can be deputized by Antifa because Antifa is an idea. And it's destroying left-wing ideology is destroying our communities here in America.
Yeah, but that's not what this is about. That's not what this live is about.
Yes, it is, and you just don't.
No, this live is about covering the footage of what's happening.
Get it. You don't get what's going on out there.
Okay, so you tell me how this is not a live about the subject here. Do you see every time you get up here, I have a specific title: ICE raids in Chicago, Apple tags and ICE vans, both sides of the ICE situation, and you make it about whatever rhetoric you want to throw out there about like all this other shit that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
I'm not swearing, sis.
You want I always swear. I was in the military. We swear. Fuck it. But listen, let me tell you.
So these officers can't swear. These ICE officers
can I give you a show?
Can
I just give you a show where you could just do a whole speech about everything that you feel about all this stuff that you feel about this whole thing? And then whenever I do my show, and you could like stick on the subject and the title about the raids and the protests and how things are being handled. Why do you have to throw the rhetoric of all your thoughts into this when that is not what the show is about, covering how it is on the ground of the raids? Why can't you
exactly? That's what I'm doing, and I'm not cursing anyone out.
You're talking about Antifa. This is not about Antifa. This is about
this is about Antifa. Okay. You're just not getting it.
Okay, well, go ahead and explain how this is about Antifa. Go ahead and give your speech.
I just did, but you're not hearing it because you
I don't want to hear it because
liberal hive zombie mind.
No, you're listen, and then we get to arguing, and I end up losing people. Let me go back.
I'm not arguing with you.
You always
we normally try to track them, and then if we don't catch up to them, we'll normally try to go back to see if there's any type of identification that they that fell out of them. And we'll try to get the keys out the car.
Man, those protesters, they started hitting. They hit the car multiple times, and they even snapped one of their wooden poles on the car.
Yeah, so this is what we're dealing with. I mean, you got the community. I mean, you've had that. Like that's how hard it is. So that's why we had to have different countermeasures to try to deal with the situation that you guys just seen just now.
Well, I've seen a bunch of agents that are supposedly federal agents just cower into their car and run away from people on foot. So that's interesting right there.
Our car wasn't able to get anybody. The car behind us, the white car, they do got somebody back there right now. But what do you guys feel like when you do see a large group of a community coming out and trying to stop you guys from deporting somebody who came to the country illegally?
I just think it's unfortunate because with the community trying to come out and trying to hinder our operations, unfortunately the community doesn't know that some of these people have criminal records, and unfortunately it just sucks going back to the whole city of Chicago with the mayor not cooperating with us. He's hiding the criminals. So unfortunately, everybody's getting caught up in this situation.
So listen, someone in the audience says, okay, can you let the fella explain his point? I'm trying to understand. So go ahead. I'm going to let you speak. Go ahead.
I think she's seen that. Shout out to Mrs. Cooper. I just wanted to say that I believe she's trying to say for the foreseeable future, DJ Genesis, if you can be at least 100, like, you understand, like you're seeing things in fragmentations versus seeing things in the whole. That's it. It's gonna take some time, and I'm trying my best to encourage viewership to return to your channel.
Well, it's not about viewership returning to my channel. I'm not going to kiss nobody's ass to have viewership. I'm going to have my views.
No one's kissing
I'm going
anyone's
to
ass.
continue to speak my views and not just become a grifter just to have views. So you could speak that side of things. I'm going to speak my ideas, and you can speak.
What
that
are your
side.
ideas?
I'm telling you, you're listening to my ideas. What I'm saying is, you want to speak the MAGA side of things. I'm not for MAGA. I'm not negative or.
I am not MAGA.
You want to be pro MAGA,
I just told you that
Trump,
many
the
times.
country, whatever. Listen. I want you to continue to speak that, and the people in the audience that like what you're saying, they can hear what you're saying, and you can talk about that side of things. I'm going to talk about my side and how I see it, and you can talk about your side. We don't have to be a echo chamber here. You have the.
I would like to explain who I am for the audience for 1 minute, and my ideas to you just in 1 minute. All right, maybe
welcome to the panel, Alameen. Welcome to the panel.
Thank you, Alameen.
Are you there? Can we hear you? Say something.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. How y'all doing today?
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
All right. Just sitting back listening.
All right, can I continue?
Go ahead, continue.
All right. My idea is, first of all, I voted for Trump. I have a family, and they have a future. The way things are going beforehand were a detriment to the United States of America, the country that I love and I'm proud of. Trump, his policies immediately were attractive to many Americans who want to restore American values and common sense and remove this radicalization of perversion in the curriculums of our school system for the children, the undercutting of the economy to foreign aid and foreign interest, and bring money back to Americans, all the above, and get rid of these illegals who hate us. We're bringing back Christian values. It's going to take some time. However, it's going to be worthwhile. Trump is encouraging this, and he's not alone. From top to bottom.
Was that it?
Yep. That doesn't sound like MAGA. I'm just an ordinary brother from the United States who loves America. That's it. I guess that's more of a threat because I love America.
Okay. Alameen, do you have anything to say, sir?
Not really. Not really. Right now at the moment, that is. But I'm just listening to what he's saying because if you really believe that, then that's what you believe. But I don't see it like you see it. You know what I'm saying? And you probably don't see it like I see it. But right now, I tell you what, the situation is getting out of hand. You got innocent people that are being locked up. You got innocent people, like I said the last time. You got innocent people that are being caught up in this ICE situation just because of the way they look. Some just because of the way they look. So I don't see how you can. First of all, I put it like this right here. I don't see how you can look at that situation and say, "Hey, yeah, they doing the right thing. They doing the right thing." When one day before you was in that situation, or shall I say, people of your color was in that same category as well, and they was innocently being targeted and been innocently raped, murdered, and killed. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that's not happening today, but they are being the same way that you have been denied, or people like your color have been denied. And for us to sit back and say, well, at least they ain't worried about me, or say, well, at least I ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, that speaks a volume. That speaks a lot of volume to who you are as a person, because as a person, it don't matter to me, you know what I'm saying?
God bless America.
Yeah, God bless
Sir,
America.
you don't have to interrupt him.
Yeah,
he
God
was
bless
making
America.
his point. No one interrupted you. That's the reason. Listen, guys in the chat, people want to know why I keep putting Reverend Green into the back. It's because he can't control himself. He will unmute, interrupt to say stupid shit like God, not stupid shit, but like that has nothing to do. He's making his point, and let him make his point and let him land his plane. And if you want to come back on and say God bless America, sing the Pledge of Allegiance and the Star Spangled Banner, you could do. Let people have it land their plane, and then you get to talking. You could sing America's praises after that. Don't interrupt people, bro.
Thank you.
Go
I
ahead,
hope I can sing God
and
bless
finish
America.
your statement and land your plane. And then Reverend Green, when you want to say something, honey, I will give you 2 minutes to sit there and praise America after that. Let him finish what he was saying. Let's go. Finish up, Alameen.
Yeah. Like I say, God bless America. But God is not going to bless America when you are treating people in America how you are treating them based upon the fact that they look different than you. As you heard the past couple of days, and I know you have because you got to check the news in order to talk about it, right? I know you have heard and have been seeing innocent people being locked up at schools and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? In line picking up their children. You have heard those things. So, like I said, it used to happen to your people. So how can we sit back and say, well, because I'm good now. They not worried about me now. Let them attack another people. To me, that's bogus, because we supposed to stand up for each other. No matter what our color is, no matter what our nationality is, no matter what our race is, good human beings stand up for good human beings. That's it. That's what I got to say.
Encounter. I just need 20 seconds. First and foremost, my people are American people. My color is red, white, and blue. My favorite color to have in my person, in my pockets, is greenbacks.
See that's what I'm saying.
Wait. No, don't interrupt. And then when he gets done, you can go and say something. That's what I want this panel to be. I want people to be able to get their full thought out, and then we counter it with a counter. Go ahead, Reverend.
These illegals have killed Americans. Langston Riley, and then just recently, there was a young woman from the Virginia area who was murdered by an illegal. And they own homes and everything that was funded by dark money from the DNC and special interest groups like the Open Society Foundation. We're trying to put an end to this. They're killing our young women. These illegals are killing our young women. They're killing our Americans. And we're going to push back. Hopefully, President Trump will implement ordinance so Americans can become ICE too, just American citizens, young American citizens. And we're going to put a stop to this. My only issue with this administration is that it's not moving fast enough. But I voted for this. And if these illegals if the DNC ever gets into power, I believe that the DNC will give reparations to all illegals and return them back to this country, unfortunately. So I hope this administration moves faster.
Okay, so now you're done. Alamin, say your piece. And do not interrupt Reverend Green. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, you said you represent only 3 colors: red, white, and blue. And your favorite color is green, right? That's not thinking of other human beings. But in your mind, you know what I'm saying? In your mind, it might. But mine, I put it like this: my people is white, black, brown, red, the human race. The human race. That's my people. My favorite color is the light, because we all have a light inside of us. So by you just even miscalculating the fact that we do got a spark of light in us all, it is very, to me, it is very sad. But you said you voted for Trump, and I can't disagree with that. You vote for who you want to vote for, but don't let another man dictate how you as a man think in this land. Don't do that. You never put evil over good. And if you listen to the way you speak, you have replaced the good with evil. So I would never do that. I would never do that. Think about the human race first. Always keep that in mind. To think about the human race. Don't sit there and say, "Well, I voted for to get rid of all of them. I voted for to get rid of all of them." Like I said last time, I said, now if you're talking about criminals or crime or criminals, then I agree with you. We talk the same language on that. But when we're talking about innocent people, and we're talking about children, and we're talking about young mothers being locked up by ICE and then let go 5 hours later, everybody should have a problem with that. Everybody should be in awe at what's going on. So never let your political thinking dictate your reality. because it doesn't make sense. It makes you stop being a human being for the human race to settle for, well, the politics of the matter is they all need to go back to where they come from.
And you know, can I just make my statement here? My main statement is that I don't like to get into the politics of immigration. I like to focus on how law enforcement, and if anyone has been on my channel, they see that I am really focused on law enforcement and how law enforcement is being done in the community. So now we're not dealing with just the police. We're dealing with a whole new police force called ICE. And ICE seems to be able to run rickshod and does not have the same rules over it because they're a federal police force, task force, whatever you want to call it, that gets their people from Lord knows where. I'm not even sure where they get trained at. I'm not sure if they're like just gathering people up and, hey, if you're a young guy, we could just slap a face mask over you, and this is what you do, and this is your target, and this is what it is. And there's no like actual true, like, I mean, what are the rules to ICE? Do it, like I said, qualified immunity. Like if they actually hurt somebody while they are taking them into a facility, and say that person is American citizen, even though people want to pretend like they're not grabbing up American citizens, say that they hurt someone when they're loading them up into whatever van that they're in, and they break their arm, can you sue them now? Or are they a part of the federal government and you can't sue them? Like, so where is the legal oversight in this situation? If they shove you into a van and give you or shove you onto the ground and give you a concussion, can you sue the ICE agent? Can you say, okay, well, what's your badge number? Can you say, okay, well, all right, you're not a part of, they're not a part of the state, you can't sue the police station or the force. You can't sue the, you know, at least in the police situation, if they do that to you, you could sue the police, the county for that and get like some kind of reparation in that way for what they've done. In this case, they can beat you up, whatever, and you just got to deal with it. That's the federal government. And I'm just like, okay, well, everyone that they're getting, everyone is not, they're not 100% on, like, we're, oh, okay, when they hit their target, they're not always hitting the right target. They can hit other targets on their way to getting illegal immigrants. So what happens to those people that are collateral damage to that? Do they get something for their loss of time when they're in these facilities, when they are being detained? Now we can pretend like that and say that all those things are fake and pretend like this ICE agency is so precise and exact that they're only able to siphon out just the immigrants from Mexico. And we know that they're also going after immigrants from all we just heard they just picked up a Russian immigrant, right? But there's also times when they're rounding up people. So say if you get rounded up in that roundup, what happens if you get hurt during that roundup? Where is government oversight and the actual where is the accountability in that situation? It's like, well, and most lawyers will not take those cases because it's going against the federal government. That is what I'm saying, you know, that. And so my coverage of this ICE stuff is not about immigration, but covering the law enforcement aspect of it and how they are enforcing their law enforcement, and also covering how that whole, like, how these because now we also, because if the National Guard get to act, I'm gonna cover that too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cover National Guard, ICE, whatever law people that are like being put into a law enforcement capacity. And my question is that what is the rules in this engagement? Because these are people running on foot to, you know, they might be organized, but they're on foot. They're throwing water bottles at ICE. They don't have pistols. They're not running out there with machine guns in their hand. They're throwing water bottles at them. You know what I'm saying? So if they use lethal force against these people, what do they have to fight back against this? And what do they have legally to actually fight back against it? That is my question.
Yeah,
Well, I can say this is that see, we are. It appears that all three of us are from the 1900s, where we didn't grow up with the Department of Homeland Security. This is a relatively new situation since 9/11. And what's going on today is not something that's going to be permanent. We still live in a world of impermanence. Things are always changing. And as you see it right now, those who are illegal immigrants and the senators in these blue cities and the mayors, the Democratic shutdown of the government, they want this stuff. It could be all so much simpler if they just complied and quit resisting. Won't you agree?
No, I don't. Yeah, I can say if you're wrong, you're wrong. Yeah. But if you're innocent, you're innocent. You don't lay down and comply. You don't lay down and die when somebody is taking your rights or taking you away from your rights. And to answer your question, DJ, to answer your question, you better believe me, it's coming. It's coming. And you're going to see a lot of people that are going to be sued. The government is going to be sued because of that. The throwing away, arresting innocent people, holding them for 5 hours or 6 hours or more, and then just let them go like they think it's okay without no apology. You better believe that's coming. Why? Because we, as a legal people of America, I should say, we have rights. We have rights based upon the Constitution of the United States that should not be altered or should not be violated. So their rights were violated. So you're gonna see it might not happen tomorrow, but I guarantee you, months down the road, you're gonna see. Just like, for example, like I was saying about the two ladies that was at the schoolhouse in line waiting on their kids. They was taken out of the car by ICE. So ICE let them go. About 5 hours later, they were let go. Now they talking about suing ICE. You see what I'm saying? So not saying that, they're gonna win or they ain't gonna win, but they still, is going, knowing that they rights have been violated, they still are going to sue them for that. So the answer to your question is a lot of cases finna be heard.
The Democrats
that's been the biggest
shut
thing
down
I've
the
been trying to get across.
The Democrats shut down the government and they will not comply. This is what's going on. They're making it harder and harder. American citizens in these cities, in these blue cities, in these sanctuary cities, they have asked for relief. Are we going to ignore that? It is time to restore God in the classroom. We're going to sing the Pledge of Allegiance in the classroom. It's time. It's the golden age. Common sense is back.
Let me say this right here to what you're saying. You're acting like Democrats are at fault and Republicans are not at fault for the saying prayer in school is somebody's fault, Democratic or Republic. It's not Democratic fault. It's not Republican faults. Don't you know that you got people in society that say, hey, I'm a Satanist. I don't need to send my kids to school to hear no God's prayer. And they go to court or whatever, and then they win the battle, not saying that Pledge of Allegiance should not be in the school anymore. That's not Republican or Democratic. Come on, okay. So now we got that under control. So if you okay, let's say okay, Democrat give in and say, hey, okay, we open up the government, we open up the government again, right? Don't you know how many people healthcare is gonna go up 80%, 80 to 90%? So we're not thinking about many people that need that health care. So
the American Rescue Plan is the new health care that right now the Democrats are trying to impede that from happening with this government shutdown. The Affordable Care Act is rolling over into the American Rescue Plan. This is what's supposed to happen. However, these left-wing radicals, lunatics, keep on wanting to include illegal immigrants. They want $2 billion worth of insurance for these illegal immigrants to cover illegal immigrants. America has spoken. We voted for Trump. Deal with it.
Okay, so this is not about the voting for Trump. This is about ICE. But let's go into this. Okay, so since we want to go into politics, because I really don't like to get into the whole Trump versus Democrat politics. I mean, so the government is shut down. The Democrats want to blame it on the Republicans. The Republicans want to blame it on the Democrats. And one thing that someone told me, and his name was Wale, he says that we want to be on the right wing or the left wing, but we are forgetting that it's all a part of the same damn bird. And I really appreciate that comment. We're forgetting that it's all a part of the same bird, bro. Right or left wing, Republican, Democrat, same bird, same thing. So we can sit up here and try to be gang this and gang that and say, well, no, it's the Democrats. I think that all this stuff is really a polarizing thing to get people to choose one side over the other and then be able to ridicule one side and say no and blame it on each other. Meanwhile, the rich get richer. While all this is going on, these corporations are cleaning up, okay? There's over 900 billionaires in America, and they are not suffering any of the things that we as humans, all this fighting that we're doing down here, they not going through none of that. They locked up in a estate somewhere with they gated in fences, and they not gonna have any of this problem with all ICE agents. ICE agents ain't fixing to storm into Bill Gates' house and look for immigrants. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff that's going on is affecting us on this level. And we want to fight amongst each other. And I think that this whole thing is really orchestrated to create like this whole one side versus the other civil war of like this left versus right. I ain't never heard left versus right so hard in my life. And I'm 48 years old. And this left versus right that was never this intense as to damn near people are taking sides and they want to fight each other over it. So Trump has been very good, or not even Trump, but I would say this whole media blitz has been very good at creating division enough to where you really think that there is a left and a right side and to get everybody to infight with each other. Meanwhile, billionaires are not Democrat or Republican. They are money in a pocket dollar can. They are capitalist can. They not Democrat or Republican. But our broke asses up here choosing the side in the gang off of some fake ass rules or what we think that we represent on either side. Well, no, they're more conservative. No, these people are liberal. They want to have trans rights and it's all about this and all that. Man, you don't think the Democrats how many Christians in the black community was Democrats for how long? You think they were for trans rights? Before Christians began to, well, initially black people were Republican, but you know how many people were Democrats this whole time because we thought Democrats was the way to go until recently we went back to Republican, but those people were not really for trans rights. All these churches out here, go to a Baptist church and talk about some damn black Baptist church, talk about some trans rights. Get the fuck out of here. And most of them, you know how many Democrats go to those congregations and get them to vote Democrat? So I don't want to hear all this thing, the left and you right and the left and right. It's bullshit. It's just a smoke screen to get everybody fighting with each other. And meanwhile, everybody else that got the money is sitting up in their high rises looking down on the fight and saying, man, look at these stupid ass niggas fighting each other. And lining their pockets every which way with crypto coin and all kind of different stuff. And hide their money because they already know they about to like take away the dollar. So while we're up here fighting each other, they put their money and putting it in and switching over their dollar, and we up here going broke. So I don't want to get into politics and all this other stuff. I really like to focus on the subject of ICE raids. So I'm gonna play this video and finish up on this video. Let's go.
Because are you guys just going after anybody and everybody, or, for instance, that car that we had, the red car, who was in that car?
It was a targeted enforcement. We did our homework in regards to the subject. He was wanted. We tried to effectuate the arrest, but due to the community, they make it hard to try to apprehend these individuals.
Because, for instance, that guy was a deportee. He had once been deported. He came back in the country illegally. Therefore, he is suitable to be deported again?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll just reinstate his final order. And that's a misconception that's going on out here as well. Everybody saying they're asking for warrants, but a lot of time the individuals out here already have a final order. So all we're doing is just making the arrest to effectuate the reinstatement order, and then they'll be deported.
The protesters were hitting, and they did dent the front of the car, and then they also did scrape up the back as well. The mayor here, Mayor Johnson, and Governor Pritzker here, they're going totally against Donald Trump out here. And what does that do to you guys?
Unfortunately, it makes our job even harder. It makes the safety level a little bit higher, elevated with the threats that we're dealing with the community, because everybody think they can help stop the enforcement because they're trying to hinder our investigative and trying to hinder our arrests. But it's still not stopping. It's just another element to the situation where we have to fight the community.
Here's the question: do you think if the mayor of Chicago was down with ICE, do you think that would stop the protesters from protesting? Yes or no? One at a time.
Possibly even sooner. Yes, it would. However, Mayor Brandon Johnson is a left-wing lunatic and is Antifa. You ever watch the television show Homeland with Claire Danes? This is that was just like a predictive program into what's going on right here. You have to watch it one day, just a little bit. But anyways, Mayor Brandon Johnson, he has to go. He will go. Lock him up.
Okay.
Lock him up.
Can I just make a statement? See, this is the type of rhetoric that I really feel that people are missing. People think that a mayor of a city is going to stop people from being upset about their loved one being carted off. That is American citizens, some of them, whatever's going on, that it's going to stop them from protesting, bro. All that the mayor is doing is trying to make sure there's some oversight in how things are done, and that this thing is not overtaking his jurisdiction of whatever he's running. But bottom line is that the people are not going to stop fighting because the mayor is pro ICE or not. That's the thing, is that everybody want to focus on the mayor of Chicago, right? Like as if the mayor of Chicago, whether it's a white guy or black guy, he's pro-Trump, Antifa, whatever, has anything to do with people on the ground. The mayor is up here. He's up here on a whole nother level. He's not out there running running after ICE vans. It's regular people doing this. They're taking time. They said, "Bump it! I got all day to run after ICE and hit them with my little flag or whatever." So no, the mayor, whether or not the mayor is pro Trump, pro ICE, anti ICE, or pro whatever the hell he is, have nothing to do with the people on the ground that are fighting this fight. And that's what we need to realize. And that's and
also
people get so caught up in the politics and what the politics of it all is. And that's the reason why I like to bring these conversations about what the ICE people are doing on the ground, is because every time we have this conversation, you got people that come up and they focus on the politics of it, which is way above the civility of it all. Politics is one thing. Civilians fighting on the ground, people that are like being kidnapped by this organization, is on a different level. Politics, they're up there with Trump and them. They're making $100,000 a year. These people are probably like working at Home Depot somewhere. You think that they really giving a fuck about? Like, they trying to keep their family together, bro. So you want to make it about the mayor? No, bump the mayor. Like, bro, like, what about the people? That's the thing. But if you're not about the people, you're more about the dollar, then I would see why you wouldn't see where the people struggle of it all is important, right? Because you're about the money and the dollar and everything like that, about the politics of it all. And I'm like, bro, this is beyond politics at this point. This is like human beings, bro. So I'll stop. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's not only Brandon Johnson. It's also California, LA Mayor Karen Bass Gonzalez. She too needs to go. The people want to vote them out, and we're going to vote them out. Brandon Johnson, Karen Bass Gonzalez Salvatore, she going too. She's a problem. There's many of them. A lot of these left-wing radical loonies, they gotta go.
You see how I just talked about the people and the government of it all? Because this is the thing. So we're having two separate conversations here. That's the reason why we can't seem to find any solid ground on this, because I'm discussing things about on the people level, and he's discussing the politics level, and he's focused on the politics level because of where he is in life. Wherever he's in life is that the politics that dictates what happens to him in his life. So he's not at the level where he's not in the hood, or I'm not even in the hood of this, but I at least can understand the difference in the levels of things, right? And so therefore, because I could imagine I could be in that place. I'm empathetic. I could be in that place. It could be easily me. So I could empathize with a person that get their family loved one taken away. Of course, you'll be running out there with a flag and trying to beat down a car with a wooden flag of Mexico, whatever you're trying to do. Of course, you would.
Shout out to Eddie Griffin, comedian Eddie Griffin, who came up with the movie Undercover Brother. He need to come out with a sequel where it's not just the Colonel's chicken. It's now it's about Jorge's tamales. Yeah, that's what's going on with these mayors, these blue ran cities.
So now you see how it's a tunnel vision into like politics, and I'm talking about the people. So anyone that's watching this, I want you to see the difference in the conversation. I'm talking about the people. He's talking about the mayors and the politics. So now when we have this conversation, you'll understand that, okay, that is where Reverend Green's importance is focused on. So that you don't think that I'm just like being that we're not even having the same conversation here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it really boils down to.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like you said, if you for the people, you for the people. And the sad part about this conversation is the fact that, Reverend, you're not about the people. Like you said, your favorite color is green, so that let me know that you're about the money. You say your colors are red, white, and blue. But we're talking about the human race. The human race is all, it includes us all. And when you see something happen to one part of the human race, when you see something happen that you know you don't supposed to happen, you got to stand up for it. But see, based upon just listening to you, all you stand for is what Trump is gonna do next. What Trump is gonna what plan Trump gonna come up with the next plan. You're all about Trump, but you don't have a mind to think for yourself. You don't have a mind to talk for yourself that this thing is about people now. See, it takes one to know. It takes one to get to a point to say, "Hey, something is not right with this picture anymore." First of all, they lied to us. They said it was only going after immigrants, illegal aliens. Right? What is illegal alien? That sounds to me, calling somebody an alien, first of all, is wrong anyhow. But they said it was going after crime. They was going after criminals. They was going after escape convicts. Right? Well, I said, hey, good job. I threw my hands up. I threw a good thumb up. But then when I saw them switch the whole thing and start arresting innocent people, no matter what you say, you can try to sugarcoat it all you want to. I'm talking about people that have a right to be in America, people that have a right to be here, that is here legally, are being arrested. Innocent people being arrested. So it takes a person of the human race to stand up and say, "Hey, something is wrong with this picture." Now, what you started out, you started out doing good, but now it done turned out to be bad now. So I don't know how long it got to take you to get there, but I hope, and I pray for you.
He won't never get there. He's not in pocket, so let him be where he at. You know.
And lastly,
but this thing ain't about no Republicans and Democrats anymore. Now it's about the human race. The human race.
And lastly, what I was gonna say is that everybody, Saturday, this Saturday, there's going to be another No Kings protest going on throughout the United States. I urge my fellow Americans who love this country to get some groceries, stock up a little bit, just a little bit more, and get your waters and things of that, just for inconveniences, you know what I mean? And no fear mongering, just it's reality. No Kings protest is occurring on this Saturday.
It's hilarious when you say something. It's not fear mongering, but when I say something, let me say
another. Included that. You saw how included.
Yeah, you included that because you knew that could be considered fear mongering because you know that damn well.
18th, October 18th, there's supposed to be a No Kings Day protest. Here we go.
You know, also three AI Atlas is supposed to go past Mars, so you know, make sure you hide in your bunkers because you know the alien ship is gonna.
No, nothing like that. Just get your groceries and you know what I mean, and get some water.
It's not fear mongering. If it's fear mongering on one, it's fear mongering on the other. Like, no, it's all good.
No, just letting people know what's going on,
bro. It's all good.
I'm speaking right information, sis.
Yeah, well,
is there not a no
right, but mine is wrong?
Is there not a No Kings protest?
There's protests going on right now, bro.
No, you heard exactly what I just said.
Protest. I'm showing you a protest right
as well. So,
so the mayor's saying you guys are putting their lives at risk, but meanwhile, by him doing that, they're also putting your guys' life at risk.
Yeah, absolutely, and not only our lives at risk, but it's just putting the general public at risk as well. Once again, since the mayor don't want to cooperate with ICE, he's hiding the people who have criminal records. Unfortunately, with his actions, it's helping them hide in the community. So therefore, it makes our job even harder because he's hindering hindering that part in regard to us trying to track these individuals. And so it just add another layer with the community and add another layer trying to apprehend the criminals as well.
And now they're putting bounties on people like you.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate because once again, when you're out there telling people to hit record, they take it to another level where they think they can just impede our arrest. So it makes our threat even a little bit higher because now when we're trying to do an arrest, we have people that trying to approach us, and it's fine to record, but when you come at arm's length, that makes us a little bit dangerous because now we don't know if you got a weapon, we don't know your motive or what you're trying to do in regards to the arrest.
And while we left this area, we were tracked down by another protester.
There's a lot of criminals that you're trying to protect too.
Okay, but y'all are ripping innocent people out the car. Record me. I don't give a what up.
Why you gotta cuss? Hey, how about
he recorded me?
Hey, how about you talk to your mayor? Hey, if you talk to your mayor, then things will be a little bit different.
Our governor don't want you guys here. Never mind our mayor. It's our governor.
Okay, he's protecting the criminals.
I look at whoever I want to look at.
Hey,
Y'all can't even show your whole faces. Y'all got masks on but want to talk to me. Y'all are mass scary. Can't show your name, nothing of your identity, but want to be worried about other people.
Well, if you talk to your governor instead of protecting the criminals, then everything.
See, that's the point. You see what she said? You guys have masks on. You can show your name, but then you. That's the part that I have. That is the point that I'm trying to make. If you guys are legitimate law enforcement, hell, even the military, right? When they go into a war-torn country, they don't go in there mask on, name. You see the first, you have a name badge, everything. Why is it that this group don't got their name on there? Why? Because they don't have any qualified immunity, and they know that if someone get their name, then they could actually either attack them on a personal level, and so they want to be able to wage war against citizens and war on citizens that are innocent and not have any repercussions of it. You don't even know who did it because they got the Pooh Shiesty mask on. They ain't got their name, and you don't know who did it. They're all, and then you just get thrown into a van. That's the part I have a problem with. We want to make it about there's a King's protest and all this other shit. They got nothing to do with this conversation. That's off subject, bro. We're talking about
how come Mayor Brandon Johnson not out there?
We're talking about the ICE raids in Chicago, not the King's thing going on about to happen somewhere else. We're talking about the protests going on right now in Chicago, not nothing else.
Yeah, he's the mayor of Chicago.
You guys raided houses in Chicago, pulling out American citizens, traumatizing children who are citizens of the United States. How is that
you're clueless.
All right, we're gonna go make an arrest right now. They have a guy right here. Here we go. This guy is here illegal, and they've already detained him. This was a much easier detain right here. This guy didn't even fight. There was no other protesters here. The officer just moved in. The guy accepted it. This guy obviously probably knew what his potential fate was here in the United States as he was here illegally. He accepted it. He completely followed the orders of the ICE agents, and now he has now been arrested, detained, and then he will be then deported. And where was that guy who we just arrested from?
He is from Kazakhstan. He's currently in proceedings with a future court date. So we picked him up basically to expedite his court date so he can have his day in court.
Because are people showing up to their court proceedings right now?
Not everybody's showing up, no.
So there is like empty slots per se. Like, for instance, tomorrow there might be court proceedings and 5 out of 10 people might not show up.
Correct.
Y'all think it was staged? It might be
Expedite the
staged.
last
I don't
person
know.
Who we just picked up.
And ensure that he goes through his court proceedings, yes. So that's why we're picking him up. We're pushing him through the detained court setting, which is a lot faster. He'll probably see his judge within 30 days.
And something I found interesting, you hear a lot of people say like, well, ICE is doing targeting arrests. They're asking people for their documentations on the spot. They're going to the homes. They're breaking down doors. But everything I've seen so far today has just been targeted arrest. Trying to identify the person, it hasn't been like pick and choose per se.
Correct, right. We're not kicking down doors. We're doing target enforcement. We're making sure that they're in the system, that they have criminal records. And there's a need to pick these people up and put them back in detention settings.
All right, right here we have another person. He is illegal.
Senor, identificación. Senor, identificación. Sure. Senor, let me ask you, ¿habla inglés or no?
I do.
Okay, all right. You have papers in the United States.
Have my ID, driver's license.
Okay, but You have any type of paperwork identifying yourself in the United States?
That's what I have.
Right. So, ¿de dónde eres, señor?
I'm from Guatemala.
You're from Guatemala?
Yes.
¿Tiene papeles to be in Estados Unidos, sí or no?
Yes, that's what I have.
What type of papeles, señor?
I have my driver's license and my ID.
Sí, legal.
That's what I have.
¿Cómo se? Vamos, let's go. Step up. No, step up.
Come on.
No, señor, vamos. Vamos. Vamos, step up. No,
can
vamos.
I pull out?
No, vamos, señor. Get out. Vamos, señor. Sí, legal, sí.
What about my wallet?
Now they have this man under arrest.
Yeah, that looked staged. That looked very staged.
Aquí en los Estados Unidos.
I'm sorry, that looked too staged. That looked staged. Because come on now. Come on, bro. I've seen so many videos. Listen. That looked too, honey. I don't know whether they got a person that was staged like a mug. Come on now. And I want to also show you this one video that it really broke my heart to see this this mother in New York. I don't know whether we want to call them tethers or whatever we want to call them. But this, I want to kind of like, I'm about to start wrapping this show up, but I want to show this mother in New York and how she really, honey, she got so pissed off at ICE, honey. I don't know what was going on in New York at this time and what happened to her loved one, but she got pissed, bro. And when she went off, y'all. So let's watch this. Listen to this. Watch this.
Stupid bitch. That's why you're a bunch of fucking criminals. I wish you would. I wish the fuck you would. Yes, the fuck we his family. You're all a bunch of big pussies. Don't tell me to calm down. Who the fuck is you? We don't like none of you. You okay? No, how can I be okay? You okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I look like I'm okay? Don't come up in my face here because I hit hard. Fuck wrong with y'all?
Try it.
I wish you would.
Try it.
You try me and see what the fuck happened. Nigga, we angry. All of us angry out here. So don't think it's y'all alone.
Get out of here.
You who you telling get out of here? Why you telling me get out of here? You asked me a question and I'm answering you.
Get out of here. Man.
Fuck wrong with you? Oh, stupid ass bitch. That's why you gotta hide your face.
You wanna go to jail?
You told me my mother can tell you anything.
You wanna go to
Fuck
jail?
wrong with you? You wanna hit me? Hit me, bitch. You ain't got me. Nobody scared of you. You're a pussy ass. Come. I got rings on, bitch. So me and you gonna fight. You a pussy bitch. You a pussy bitch. That's why your kids them don't like you. And your wife is fucking on you. That's why you gotta hide your face. My face ain't hidden, bitch. I'm American, you stupid bitch. Fuck wrong with y'all? You can take me too high. I'm Charlotte the Zodiac Price. You know what to do? Tell them, no. You want me? Fuck wrong with y'all? Fuck all of you. Put that on the news. Let Trump see it. I'm so fucking red, bitch.
Man. I mean, that video, I mean, when I saw that, I felt the rage. I'm not sure if her son got caught by ICE or something. She sounds like she might be Jamaican or something in New York. But listen, that was a very, very sad video to watch. Like to see that, it's like, but everybody kind of knew, the ICE agents kind of knew, you had a few people trying to provoke, but they already knew, like, man, this mother she going through it, What are your thoughts, Alameen, about that? Let's go, because we're gonna be wrapping this up pretty soon. What are your thoughts on that video?
It was something to watch to me. But I want to answer your question though. Your question was why do they have on masks? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of ICE comes from out of neighborhoods and out of areas. Let's say, for instance, right? You might have a neighbor that's an illegal alien, right? And he get pulled over or whatever and get detained. Down the road, probably about 5 or 6 houses down, the person that come out his front door, put on his mask and everything, is an ICE. So a lot of these ICE agents, they come out of our own neighborhoods. They come from out of Puerto Rico, Mexican neighborhoods or whatever. But they live among us. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they hide their face is because of that. You know what I'm saying? They live in the same neighborhoods that we live in. So that's why they hide their faces. That's why they hide their face from you. Yeah.
I believe so too. And they're also hiding their face because they know that people on TikTok will figure out who these people are and they probably will dox them and
Exactly.
they'll probably be at their front door.
Exactly.
But the police can't. You could be at the police front door too, right? The police they don't got their face covered up. Whatever, you can dox them as well, right? They got their full name, their badge number, what police department they work at, everything. They gotta give you a card, right? So what is up? Why is ICE more special than? It's because of the tactics that they're using are so like crazy. They're not using regular like lawful orders of respecting human beings' rights. When you are just running and just doing that type of stuff to people and just grabbing them up and throwing them into a car with no respect, yeah, of course you got to cover your face.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew that they were going to be doing this to begin with. That's why they've been covering their face the whole time, because they knew that they're going in like, man, shut up, get out of here, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like even like the image of what the guy was trying to show how they detain a person. That fake ass video about, oh, hey, do you have your ID? No, I don't have my ID. Well, come on then, come on. No, it ain't that kind and sweet. We didn't see other videos of ICE not being so sweet and kind, breaking down people's windows and all type of stuff. Let's go, come on, you know, shut up, you know, just say it, just talking wild to people. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you get that person's image, you're gonna look them up and find out where they live at. Anyone that's watching a video of an ICE agent talking to a person wild and crazy, you're gonna be like, who the hell is this person? And of course they're gonna keep their face covered up. Even police have to have some level of decorum. Why don't like the ICE agents go through the same training as police? They just grab anybody. They put a fucking Craigslist ad out and say, come on, if you want to join ICE, let's go. And like even Reverend Greenback said, if you're a postal worker, you could join ICE. If you are an Amazon worker, you could join. Anybody could join ICE. And there's an incentive to join. You know what I'm saying? There's an incentive. There's probably a friggin' quota, I believe. That's why they're so adamant about it. You know. So, anyways, I want to give me your last words on this whole thing, and I'm gonna like end this live because it's 4:08. I didn't realize how late it got. But shouts out to Reverend Greenback for being up here. Shouts out to everybody in the chat that has like been okay. Roscoe said he's gonna join ICE. Well, shouts out to you. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? You know, and shouts out to everybody who has been involved in the chat. Please, in the future, make sure you join my channel because I'm going to continue to report on ICE, and I hope that things change. You know, please make sure that you subscribe. You know, like, share, and subscribe. You know, I'm not sure how many likes are up there because I've been focused on the actual content, but please subscribe to hear more and see how this whole ICE thing is continuing to develop throughout the country. And I'm going to be also discussing other subjects as well. Tomorrow, I have T3andMe, and we're going to be discussing the whole Burkina Faso. A lot of like Black Americans are going over to, trying to go over to Africa, and there's like this whole Pan-Africanism thing going on where there's like a battle about Pan-Africanism. So if you guys want to like check that out at 1:00 tomorrow, please come back to the channel. It's going to be T3andMe discussing that. O'Shea Duke Jackson just did a whole thing, anti-Pan-Africanism. He said some choice words about T3andMe, calling them scammers. I'm going to have them on the channel tomorrow. Please check us out. But give your last opinions, and then we're going to I'm going to say my little last thing, and we're going to wrap this up. Thank you.
Well, the last thing I have to say is just remember that we are the human race. Remember that we are the human race, despite of all of what's going on. Despite you fussing about being Republic or Democrat, throw that out your mind for a moment, and just know that we are the human race. We are the human race. If what ICE is trying to do is trying to capture all the criminals and prisoners that escape from their country, then I stand behind that 100%. But to go after innocent people, to bully people, I don't like a bully. So to bully people, you know what I'm saying, is not a good thing. It's not a good idea at all. So I just say, hey, think of yourselves as the human race and what is happening to the race of human beings that are on this planet.
Amen. And I want to say this, you know, if I took 100 dogs and I put them into a fenced gate, right? Well, you know, I'm gonna let Reverend Green say his part before we leave. I'm gonna let him say. I'm gonna like have my final word. Go, Reverend. I'm about to wrap the show up. Give your final thoughts, and I'm gonna like give mine. Go ahead.
October. Thank you, DJ Genesis, for your show tonight. It was excellent as well. Don't trip when Mr. Reverend Green speaks. You already know what it is. Shout out to all my Americans who are brave in uniform, the law enforcement, ICE, God bless America. Saturday, October 18th, true Americans won't be out there protesting no kings. We won't be acting a fool. We'll be diligent, paying attention to details, holding these DNC shields accountable. We want these left-wing lunatic politicians to stand down and reopen the government ASAP. And we have the best president of the United States, and that is Donald Trump. God bless America.
I'm sorry, I was talking. I want to give a shout out to our super chat person, Zani Girl. Thank you so much. And what I do like to do for our people that give a super chat is I do like to play the money mantra, because I do believe that when you give, you should also receive. So this is a mantra for making money, and I'm gonna say that you give and you shall receive. This is the incantation. This is not the incantation. This is a affirmation. So shouts out.
I am blessed to make money, money making money, money making money, money making money, money making money, manifest making money, money making money, money making money, money making money. I ain't stressed, making money, money making money, money making money, money making money. Gratitude is my attitude. I'm making money moves. Jewelry in the safe, piggy bank on full. And I'm living life abundant. I'm making money fast. I'm a money making magnet, making cold hard cash. I'm making money. Oh, I am blessed.
Amen. Thank you so much for the donation to the channel, because your donations keep this channel going. Thank you so much, Zani Girl, for donating to this channel. And please, if you get a chance, you know, I have a Cash App, but you know what? Feel free to hit the what's it called? The super chats. And you know, just show the channel some love, because you know, this is really a labor of love for me. I don't really make a lot of money doing this, but I do it out of my heart, you know. So let me just make this last point before we end the show. If you threw a bunch of dogs into a cage, 100 of them, and you took a image of that, people would be going insane about that. But you throw a bunch of Mexicans into a cage, and people are saying, well, they're illegal. They're illegal immigrants. They deserve it. Didn't they come over to the country illegally? Didn't they do this illegally? Don't they deserve to be treated like inhumane? But if you like fight dogs, or you put them into a weird situation, honey, people will be going insane. People like there's way more rules for just dogs than there is for illegal immigrants. But these are still human beings, and I don't like the whole like concept of, well, didn't they just come over here, so they don't deserve any human rights? You know who else has done things illegal? Donald Trump, the actual person that is labeling people illegal, has also done things that were illegal. Okay? And he did not spend his time after doing things illegal in a fenced-in cage with one toilet right there and only able to eat scraps. So why is it that we would follow Donald Trump and say, you know what, I love the president, I love Donald Trump, and he have been convicted of 50 something felonies and never had to spend at any time in anything close to what he's putting these illegal immigrants that are probably fleeing their country due to a bad situation, and they come here for opportunity, and they didn't treat him like this, and he does not have. How can you be a pro-Trump supporter when Trump has a record of felonies, and he has not had to spend no time in the same predicament where illegal immigrants are in, even close to a prison or whatever you want to call it, a facility that's anywhere close to that. Now, if you watch my other lives, I show the facility. It looks terrible. It's awful. Fenced in, people piled in it all in one group, one toilet for everybody. Then you got to poop in front of everybody, eat bologna sandwiches, whatever you eating. Trump didn't even have to do it in 50 felonies, bro. So illegal, which illegal is worse? Why is one illegal more important than another illegal? Why is his illegal not the same level of illegal that illegal immigrants are? Why does he get to walk scot-free, and then the illegals that come over to the country get kidnapped, thrown into a thing, and we just say, you know what, bump it. I mean, I get it. You know, they're illegal. If someone does something illegal, don't they have to suffer the consequence? Apparently not. We're in America. Guess what? Someone did something illegal. A lot of people do a lot of illegal shit in America and don't have to suffer anything close to what's going on with the illegal immigrants that are being scooped up and thrown into cages like animals. And we wouldn't even do Rottweilers, pit bulls, nothing like that. The same way that we're doing these human beings. They might be pregnant. They could be having babies, whatever. We're just throwing them in a situation like this. What are we doing? Where has our humanity gone? We have lost our humanity. Al, I think you wanted to say something before we go.
No, I said you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that's exactly what they would do too. They would marry their dogs. Some people would marry their dogs, but give a damn about another human being. So I don't know. I just say I know for a fact, and you got to watch this. Next month, you're gonna see something. We're gonna see something that pretty much no one has ever seen yet. So it's gonna get worse next month in November. I mean, in October, but no, November. I say November. But just watch it though, because a lot of this stuff is gonna all come out in the open. We can argue back and forth and all of this that we want to, but a lot of this stuff is coming out in the open and what's really going on.
Well, I'm gonna say this hell. That's if the damn AI Atlas, whatever the hell that is, if that spaceship or whatever, the comet or whatever it is, doesn't destroy us first. Shouts out to everybody. Thank you so much. Peace out, guys.
Trying to get it right. Transition, changing the way that I see life. Transition mind. I'm on a mission, trying to get it right. I'm transitioning my life, making a transition. Ooh, making a transition. Ooh, making a transition. Making a transition. Transition, I'm on a mission. On a mission, I'm trying to get it right. Changing the way that I see life. Transition in my life. On a mission.